reach. If you happen to be out at night and you shine an ultraviolet light, and who doesn't have one of those on them at all times, scorpions will glow green when the UV bounces off them. Now, here's some good press on scorpions. In the past 20 years, there have been no fatal scorpion stings in the United States, and also less than 5% of any scorpion stings actually require any medical attention. Common sense rules when dealing with scorpions in the desert. Avoid their hiding places, and the scorpion will avoid you. But I'm not going to lie to you. The way that I best like to see scorpions is in clear plastic boxes at the museum. Another animal that we think of in the desert that makes people's skin crawl is snakes. For our visit today, we won't have to be all that concerned since we'll be viewing the Grand Canyon from high on the plateau. For most snakes, the plateau's high elevation makes it just a little too cold in winter, so they don't dwell there. And also, because it's mostly very hot at the canyon, the snakes are usually only active in the mornings or evening when things have cooled off. But if you do hike down into the canyon, there are a few snakes that do exist. The basic rule when it comes to snakes is that they're far more scared of you than you should be of them. Usually a snake will know you're approaching well before you reach them, and they'll slither off into a rabbit brush or between some rocks. If you do happen to find yourself face to face with a snake on a trail, once you overcome your initial shock, just step back and give the snake plenty of room to find an escape route. Most snakes that are capable of striking can project themselves forward about 2/3 of their body length. So if you're even just 6 feet away, then you might have yourself a little problem. On the rare occasions that snake bites do occur, it's often because the person tried to handle the snake, or they put their hand into a dark crack or space where a snake was hiding. When people think of the American deserts, cowboy country, and snakes, it's usually the rattlesnake that comes to mind. Rattlesnakes are brown and black and have a diamond-shaped head. The rattle is made of leftover skin on the tail from each time the snake sheds its skin, which is about every few months. Those layers of old dried-out skin shake against each other and make that sound. The rattlesnake uses the rattle as a warning, believed to be developed from when buffaloes roamed and might easily stump a snake. At the Grand Canyon, there's a fantastic type of rattlesnake found nowhere else. It's called the pink Grand Canyon rattlesnake. And it's quite fantastic because it's the only pink rattlesnake in existence. When you find water in the desert, you will have active life in its proximity. The Grand Canyon has an interesting variety of animals, big and small. Don't be surprised if we drive closer to the canyon, we might see deer, elk, even bighorn sheep. So especially in the last half hour of the drive, be sure to keep an eye on the open areas beside the road. There are 3 especially interesting animals that I want to mention. The first is in the skies. As we get closer to the canyon, we're sometimes lucky enough to see California condors. These magnificent birds are